Happy Sunday, everybody. This is an episode of Pajama Chronicles. I've been thinking about this for a really long time, actually. This is a situation that I think affects a lot more of you than you may think. So I'm really excited to see your response to this show. It's called Friends Without Benefits. And what I'm going to ask you right now is how many of you have friends of the opposite sex? I mean, good friends, friends you like to hang out with, friends that if you're married, you hang out with these friends without your spouse. Is that wrong? See, some people think that it is. They don't get it. They assume things. They gossip about you behind your back. And I don't get it. Because, see, I've always had friends, just friends of the opposite sex. Maybe it's because I got into darts. I love throwing darts. And when I started throwing darts, a lot of the dart shooters were guys. I didn't want to have sex with them, but I sure as hell wanted to beat them at darts and play darts with them and be a team with them and beat another team. So I hung out with a lot of guys. I wasn't having sex with them. But they were great to hang out with, and we became friends, and there was absolutely nothing wrong with that. But it seems like when some people see a married woman or a married man be friends with someone of the opposite sex, they assume that there's something going on. That a man and a woman can't just be friends. They have to be doing the deed. And this goes both ways, by the way. It goes both ways because I happen to have a lot of gay friends. And so I hang out with gay women, lesbian women. And then all of a sudden I hear these rumors going around that I'm a lesbian. Now, to me, that's kind of flattering. Anytime that I hear that someone wants to have sex with me, I think it's flattering. But when you start rumors about people that aren't true, and you do it for the purpose of hurting people, that becomes a problem. You know, a gay man and a straight man are friends, so automatically the straight man must be gay. That's wrong. It's not true. And the two people involved in the friendship know that's not true. You can be friends as a man with a gay man and not be gay. You're not having sex, you're just friends. And that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But people have to start their little rumors and their innuendos. Oh, he's always out with this guy. They must be doing it. I guess he's gay. And it's not like being gay. There's nothing wrong with being gay. But if there is a straight person out there, especially a single straight person, and people are telling other women or single women, oh, no, he's gay. Well, why is he gay? Because he's good friends with a gay man? That's ridiculous. Look what happened to Lady Gaga and Bradley Cooper at the Oscars last weekend. They performed this beautiful love song. They were acting. And the whole internet broke. Oh my God. She just broke up with her boyfriend, so she must be having an affair with Bradley Cooper. Guess what? Bradley Cooper's longtime girlfriend, who he has a child with, was sitting in the audience. Imagine how insulting that was to her. Lady Gaga went on a late night talk show last week and just rolled her eyes. It's called acting, people. We fooled you. When you sing a love song or when you do a movie, you're acting. And yet, for some reason, everybody's like, oh my God, they're having an affair. Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga. Well, they're not. At least according to both of them, they're not. And according to Bradley Cooper's longtime girlfriend, they're not. What is the problem? What is it about the human psyche that we are always looking to put our own fantasies onto somebody else? I mean, if I go out to dinner with a male friend of mine and people can't wait to start wagging their tongues that I must be having an affair with this person just because we went out for dinner? Really? People will go up to someone, oh, how is Paula in bed? Why the hell should I know? Well, we saw you out, we saw you out at dinner. Yeah, it's called dinner. I don't fuck with married women. And vice versa. I mean, I'm a married woman. I'm not going to cheat on my husband. But I am allowed to have male friends. My husband is allowed to have female friends. I can't tell you how fast people will run. And I've got viewers who have told me these stories, but I've got my own stories to tell. I'll tell you this. Back when we had a boat, my husband was going to take a couple we just met out on the boat. And he was on the boat with the female version of the couple. And all of a sudden, I'm on the beach. People are running up to me. Your husband's on the boat with a woman and she's in a bikini. I'm like, I'm in a bikini. I'm like, first of all, those are friends of ours. Her boyfriend just went up to the trailer to get a cooler. Jason's taking them out on the boat. But they had to run to tell me the bad news. My husband is on my boat with another woman. It wasn't another woman. It was a friend of both of ours. And her boyfriend was on his way down to go out for a boat ride. But they couldn't wait to slam it into my chest. Your husband's messing with someone on the boat. He wasn't. But they needed to tell me. And it wasn't just one person. They ran, man. They ran. People who don't run ran to let me know. Your husband's on the boat with a woman. She's in a bikini. I mean, do you really think I give a shit? Because I don't. Because I know my husband. My husband knows me. We don't cheat on each other. But I just can't understand why so many people want to make both of us think that the other one is cheating on, that we are cheating. What is this big deal about friendships? Real friendships between men and women. Why is it a big deal? Why is it such a problem? I love darts. I love darts. And I'm going to go back to the dart story because it's important. It shows how my husband and I roll. This was back, oh my gosh, 15 years ago, 10 years ago. I wanted to play darts 4 times a week. My husband wasn't into it. And I met this really great dart shooter. And he wasn't just a great dart shooter. His name was Chris. He also really was into politics. And he liked to debate me on politics. We had so many awesome conversations. And you know what? I would say to my husband, you want to go play darts tonight? My husband would say no. I'd say, well, Chris, since I don't drive, Chris is going to pick me up, and is it okay if I go play darts with Chris? Yeah, go have fun. My husband got to do what he wanted to do. I got to go play darts with my friend. And we also debated politics. And then my friend would drive me home. We were not having an affair. We never had an affair. We weren't attracted to one another in any stretch of that imagination. but we had something in common. It was called friendship. We enjoyed being together. We enjoyed hanging out together. And it shouldn't have been a big deal. But some people make that a big deal. Well, we always see Paula out at the bar with this other guy, never with her husband. Oh my. And then there's the other fantasies that these people live vicariously through me and my relationships, or through some of my viewers who have also shared these very same experiences with me. I told you in the Toxic Friendship show about my one viewer who said she got a phone call that her husband was driving around with another woman. It turned out to be his mother, but this so-called friend couldn't wait to let her know. Your husband's in a car with another woman. Oh my God. What is it about people? What is it that they always have to assume whatever they decide is going on? Or maybe it's their own sordid fantasies. Maybe they watch too much soap operas or too much television, that they always assume that if a married woman or a married man are out somewhere with someone that is not their spouse, that there's something going on. It can't just be a friendship. It can't just be they enjoy each other's company. It can't just be they were both on their own that night and wanted to hang out. When I wanted to play darts, I wanted to play darts. And my friend Chris, he was always willing to play darts with me. So if my husband wanted to stay home and watch football or work on his stuff or do something else, he had no problem with me going out with Chris to play darts and have a nice time. He wanted me to have a good time. And I wanted him to have a nice evening. If we had to do that separately, well, that's part of marriage. You let the other person do what they enjoy if you don't enjoy it. You don't stop them. You don't say, nope, I'm not going, so you can't go either. You don't do that. That's not marriage. So I would like to hear from you guys. You guys, especially you married people. Do you have friends? Do you guys out there who have wives, do you have female friends that your wife doesn't mind you hanging out with or talking to on the phone or texting or emailing? And vice versa, you ladies, do you care if your husband has a friend who happens to be female? Have we gotten to the point where we really distrust each other so much that we can't be around the opposite sex without us wanting to have sex with them? My guy friends, I don't want to have sex with them. I just enjoy hanging out with them. And they know I'm married, and they respect that, and they enjoy hanging out with me. Hey, I know I'm cute and all. But the bottom line is, not every man is attracted to every female in this world. There has to be a little something, something more. And usually, at least in my experience, is when a male friend of mine knows, first of all, they usually know my husband. They're friends with my husband too. My friend Chris, the dart shooter, great friends with my husband. He would have never disrespected my husband by putting the moves on me. Never. And he was also married when I used to throw darts with him, and I would have never disrespected his family and his wife by putting the moves on him. That wasn't what our relationship was about. And it's so funny how if two girls go out to dinner together, nobody says anything. If two guys go to a bar together, nobody says anything. But if you start turning it around, and a man and a woman go to a bar together, or a woman and a man go to a bar together, or a gay man and a straight man go to a bar together, or a gay woman and a straight woman go to a bar together, Other people decide it's got to be about sex. You know, Europeans laugh at Americans. They laugh at us because they say that in America we are obsessed with sex. Everything's about sex. Janet Jackson's nipple at the Super Bowl. But oh, you're breastfeeding a baby, expose your nipple to anybody you want, even little children. That's okay. You can't have a nude beach in America. I hear there are some, but nudity in America is evil. A woman's body is verboten. Only her husband should see her naked. Oh my God. How some people don't even let their husbands see them naked. That's how crazy we are about sex in our country. You know what, folks? Not everything is about sex. Sometimes a guy and a girl meet. They're not attracted to each other physically. He's too short. She smokes. Not interested. But when they start talking to each other, they form a friendship, a bond. They're never going to date. They're never going to get married. They're never going to do the deed. But they're friends. They enjoy hanging out together. And my real question is, why do other people, nosy rosies, Debbie Downers, what I talked about in the Toxic Friendship show, why do they have to ruin it? Why do they have to try to make people ashamed for being friends? And the biggest question of all is, what in their little minds, what goes through their little minds? Are they living vicariously through us? Have they watched too many movies or read too many of the wrong books? Why do they always associate friendship between opposite sex with sex? Why can't a man and a woman be friends in some people's little version of the world? Why can't we be friends? Real, just friends. Family, even. Like brother and sister. Why does that bother you so much? That's the question I'm asking. Why does it bother you when you see me out with a friend of mine who is a man and my husband isn't around? Why does that bother you when it doesn't bother my husband and I'm not doing anything wrong? Nor is my male friend. Why does it bother you so much? I'm going to tell you the political Paula diagnosis. It's your problem. It's definitely not my problem. And I will tell you this. I am not going to kick any of my male friends to the curb. Because some of you outsiders see it as something torrid. You don't like it. You want to gossip about it. Go ahead. Talk. Talk till you lose your voice. It's not going to change what the relationship is. It's not going to hurt my marriage. It's not going to hurt my friend's marriage. The only person that's going to end up hurting is you. Because you're going to be called out for the idiot that you are. Have a good Sunday. I'll see you back here on Tuesday for Political Paula, 10 a.m. Eastern.